Welcome back to the Aldo Sweet Road to the Show here in MLB. The show is 16. This is going to be episode 9 of the series. And as you can see right in front of you, we are changing our batting stance a bit. We've changed it to Rafael and Noah, as I believe how you pronounce that, Y-N-O-A. So I'm pretty sure it's Noah. It's just a pretty simple stance, and I like changing up stances quite often. So we'll start things off here in the field. A 4-6-3 double play turned by Aldo. Nice play by him there in the field. And then he comes up here in the bottom half of the 5th, up 4-0. It's 0-0 count, nobody on, nobody out. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat, and Aldo's going to take that one into center field. Extend his bat out there to hit that one. It was a little bit off the plate, it looked like, and he just rakes that one into center field. So up 5-0 here, bases loaded, we're in the field, making some showtime opportunities here, diving to our right, gonna flip this one to second. Does not get the guy at first though, but we do get the guy at second, which is a good catch, or a good fielding opportunity anyways. So here we are, it's tied up at 5 because our team gave up the lead. We're here in the bottom half of the 9th, that looks like, and it's runner on second. Here comes the pitch. Aldo's going to take this one down the right field line. It's going to land fair, and the guy from second is scoring, no problemo. Walk-off single for Aldo Sweet there, as the Columbus Clippers win by a score of 6-5 over the Norfolk Tides, who have an interesting color scheme of green and orange. As we go 2 for 5 in that game, and we put some attributes into fielding and reaction. Move on to another game against the Norfolk Tides here. Up 2-0, runner on first. Nobody out. Full count to Aldo. Here comes the pitch, and he's learning to walk again as he takes his base on a 6-pitch walk. So then it comes up later in the field here, up 10-0 as we're just blowing him out at this point. Slow hit ground ball, Aldo charges that one, fires the first base, and retires the runner. Nice play by Sweet there at shortstop. And now we're here up 11-1. I believe that's the bottom half of the 8th. As it's an 0-2 count, nobody on, nobody out. Here comes the pitch. And Aldo's going to take that one opposite way into left center. It's going to get over the outstretched glove of the left fielder. And Aldo's going to hold one up at second base with a stand-up double as he picks himself up an extra base hit. So the Clippers end up winning that game by a score of 12-3. Aldo goes 1 for 4 on the day, 2 runs, and 1 double. He also walked. So now we're adding some attributes into speed and stealing. Now let's move on to the next game against the Norfolk Tides. Another showtime opportunity here in the field. Diving to our left this time, nobody on. Aldo, from his butt across his body, somehow gets the throw over to first base in time and retire the runner. Insane play there by Sweet. And now we're at the plate here, 0 for 2 on the day with a flyout and a pop-up in previous at-bats. As there's nobody on, nobody out, 2-1 count to Aldo. Here comes the pitch. And Aldo's taking that one right back up the middle into center field with a nice hit. He's getting himself on base, starting to really come along here on the offensive side of things. Consistently hitting well, not going through just hot streaks and then going through extra long cold streaks. He's pretty much consistently hitting well through long periods of times here. So Aldo goes 1 for 4 on that day, and we lose this game, however, 5-1 to the Norfolk Tide. We're going to add some attributes here into contact versus lefties and righties, and that's about it. And then we're going to move on to the next game, this time in a series against the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs here in the top half of the 1st. Aldo is hitting second on the day, 1 out, nobody on, 3-1 pitch, and he's drawing a walk. Learning to walk again, I'm not going to sing it this time, 5-pitch walk as he takes his base. So it comes up in the next inning, top half of the 2nd. Last plate appearance was a walk, and there's a runner on second here, 2 outs, 0-1 count on Aldo Sweet. Righty on lefty here. As Aldo's hitting from the left-handed side of the plate, he's taking this one into right center field. That's going to hit up against the bottom of the wall. He's going to stop himself at second base. Runner from second does score as Aldo picks himself up a 1 RBI double. A solid at-bat there as the Clippers do end up winning this game by a score of 12-6 over the Iron Pigs. Aldo goes 1 for 4 with a double, RBI, and a run on the day. And here you can see that we made another trade, and it's not us. So Red Sox trade Brock Holt, and we pick up a guy who's another middle infielder. I understand that Brock Holt is a super utility guy, but he is a second baseman primarily in this game, so another middle infielder basically, and they just have no faith in us, so we decided to request a trade, and hopefully they trade us eventually, and then we're also going to add some into a batting clutch there in attribute upgrades. So here in the bottom half of the first, we're in the field, spinning throw from behind second base, and still retire the runner, somehow making that play. And then we come up here in the top half of the fourth, 0 for 1 on the day so far, ground out in the first we had, as we're down 1-0 here, nobody on, nobody out. Full count to Aldo, he's taking this one to deep right field, you can kiss that one goodbye, it's sweet like candy. As Aldo Sweet takes that one to deep right center field, it was no doubt about that one, 397 feet, Aldo's apparently got the power to rake those out of here now. As he ties the game up at 1, and now we're in the field in the bottom half of the fifth. Slow hit grounder, Sweet's going to charge this one, fire to first base, retire the runner just in time. Nice defensive play there. And his only hit of the day was that home run, as he had 1 hit, 1 RBI, 1 run on the home run in 4 at-bats, and it was the only run of the day for the Clippers. So here we're going to upgrade into some plate vision and bunting, and now move on into a series against the Pawtucket. I believe they're the Pawtucket Red Sox. They might be like the Pawtucket Paw Sox? I don't think they're Paw Sox. I'm pretty sure this is the Pawtucket Red Sox. And here we draw a walk against the Pawtucket AAA affiliate of the Red Sox. As now we're in the field in the bottom half of the first, up 3-0. As that's going to be lined right at us. I believe that was Travis Shaw who hit that right at us, the mayor of Ding Dong City. As we're up 7-0 here in the top half of the 8th inning. 1 runner on, 2 outs, and a 1-1 count. Aldo hitting from the right-handed side of the plate against the left-handed pitcher. Some showtime hitting, and Aldo's going to take this one to deep left center field. That's going to be back, and it's going to be off the track right in front of the wall. Aldo's not stopping at second. He's going to slide into second. Oh, he's going to stand up into third base, and he's got himself a triple and an RBI on that extra base hit. And now the Clippers are up 9-4 here in the bottom half of the 9th. Ground ball to Aldo, fires across the diamond, and retires the runner for the last out of the game as the Clippers beat the Pawtucket AAA team, as Aldo goes 1 for 4 on the day with a triple and an RBI. He also walked. So then he's going to be upgrading some contact versus righties and lefties, and then also into some plate discipline. So now moving on to another game against the Pawtucket Sox, as it's the top half of the first. Aldo is apparently leading off the game, 3-1 count, and doing as a good leadoff hitter should, he's getting on base. So Aldo taking a 5-pitch walk there. Comes up in his next plate appearance here in the top half of the third, up 2-0 here over Pawtucket. It's a 1-0 count, nobody out, nobody on. Here comes the pitch, and Aldo's taking that one into right field. It's going to land in front of the right fielder. He's got himself a nice little single there, as in both plate appearances so far, he has reached base. Now we're in the bottom half of the third in the field. Nobody on, nobody out. Slow roller, Sweet charges this, and he gets the runner at first by a good few steps there. Nice play by Aldo. So 1 for 3 on the day here as we're coming up in the top half of the 9th inning. 5-0 Clippers lead over Pawtucket. And now here comes the pitch. Some showtime hitting. And Aldo's going to take this one into right center field. The center fielder's going to cut that off pretty quickly, though, as we're only able to get a single off of that. But Sweet will take that for his second hit of the game, as well as a walk. So the Clippers end up winning over the Red Sox 5-1, 2 for 4 on the day with a walk as well. And Aldo, pretty good day hitting-wise, and here putting some stuff into what looked like fielding durability, and bunting, and now we're going to hop into a game where we enter with a 10-game hitting streak. So entering today's game with a 10-game hitting streak, as you can see there, in the top half of the second, tied at 0, full count. Here comes the pitch. And Aldo's taking that one into left field to extend his hitting streak to 11 games. He just keeps it going. So Aldo on base. And now in the 5th inning, it's a 3-2 ball game. We're in the lead. Ground ball to Sweet. He fields that one, and then from the run gets the runner at first base. Nice play there by Aldo. And now in the field in the 6th inning, runner on first, nobody out. Some showtime opportunities. Aldo diving to his left here. Gonna flip this one to second. Fire to first, does not get the runner, but he does get the guy at second, so he doesn't get the points for it. Nice play there by Aldo in the showtime. And unfortunately, Pawtucket does come out on top 4-3. Aldo goes 1 for 4 on the day with a run. And now here putting some attributes into power versus right-handed pitchers, batting clutch, and bunting. And that's going to pretty much wrap things up for this episode of the Aldo Sweet Road to the Show. We're going to leave things off in about early July. I believe it's July 4th we were at. We're a series against the Toledo Mud Hens. So next episode, we will be playing the All-Star game into the All-Star break, and then probably a series or two, maybe even 3 series after the All-Star game as well. So, Aldo, currently a 74 overall as you're going through some ratings, just a ratings like update thing, just so you where he's at with his contact and everything like that. He's a 74 with the boost from his equipment, and he's currently a 70 without the boost, as you can see on the roster screen that pops up right now. As he's a 70 overall without the boost, and he is hitting .271 with 5 home runs, 31 RBI, 27 runs in 251 at-bats in AAA with the Columbus Clippers, as he's now their everyday starting shortstop without a doubt, as he hits anywhere from like first, second, third. I've even hit fourth a couple times. So that's going to wrap things up here for the Aldo Sweet Road to the Show, Episode 9. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.